Hey everyone, welcome back to the Winner Circle. I'm Derek.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Cody.
And we're here coming to you with Traitors episode number 8. As always, guys, I like to start off the show by saying Traitors is a show, a whole season right now on Peacock, 10 episodes, including our guy right here, Cody, as one of the players. I won't say who it is in case this is your first episode. But if you want to watch this series, you definitely want to watch Traitors first. We're going over not only the game, but more so the behind the scenes, and it really won't make a lot of sense if you haven't watched the series. So head on over there, check it out on Peacock. You won't be upset that you did, we promise. It's a really good series.
Yes, it definitely is really good. And if you are a newcomer to the channel, welcome to the Winner Circle. And please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. If you're listening on audio, leave a 5-star review. All of these things really help us. And if you have a friend that's watching Traitors and this could be something that they might, find fun, share it their way. So we really appreciate all the support from everyone.
Yeah, and if you want to support the channel, you can also head over right in our description box. There's links down there. You could pick up some Winner Circle merchandise, including the shirt that the lovely Tiffany is modeling right now. That's her own design right there. Her words from her mouth to her t-shirt. And you can check that out. Support the channel. We really appreciate it. Okay. So here we are, episode 8, really crazy episode 7. Obviously, Cody went home as the traitor, but we also had 2 other people go home, Shelby and Angelica. So yep. it was a big week in the castle, and here we are, episode 8. Where do you guys want to start? Because there's a few things that happened in this episode that are definitely worth talking about.
Well, Cody's gone, and I didn't know that it wasn't going to go from 3 traitors to 2. So the traitors have to recruit another traitor. So we got to start there.
Yep, that's true. The recruitment. What, Cody?
Now, let me ask you guys something.
Yeah,
it's late in the game. It's late in the game. Did you feel?
Okay.
Because how many people are left at this point, right? Shelby's gone, Angelica's gone, I'm gone. There's 7 people left?
There's not many.
Did you feel it was fair or right or just to allow the traitors to recruit somebody in at the point that I went home? Because I went home pretty late in the show. There's not a lot of people left. Then it was doubling down with Angelica, Shelby. And now we're at a point where I felt watching it back, I was like, man, I can't believe they added another traitor like that this late in the game.
I was indifferent. I don't know. How'd you feel, Tiffany? I liked it because I liked the setup of the choice, but Ari now goes to, like he said, this is a huge advantage for me now, and it's very late in the game. I think as a faithful watching that, I would have been more upset than as a traitor. Tiff, what'd you think?
I'll be quick. I think that as a traitor, I would not have liked that because I've already been doing this, and I already have set my. I've probably strategized my game all the way to the end. So I don't know how to, now I've got to change my relationship with whoever is going to come in here. And I've probably been thinking that I'm only going to split this money now with another person. Now I realize it's back down to 3. If I am a faithful, that is probably the hardest position for me. I've been playing as a faithful all this time. I don't know if overnight I can shift my mental to now be a traitor and not feel guilty. At this point, the traitors are probably have their momentum going. If I've been a faithful and now I've got to be a traitor, I'm probably going to get caught. I don't know.
I thought it was such an edge to a faithful, because especially someone who was recruited, Ari was recruited, and it was everybody had known. Nobody was mentioning Ari as a traitor. So it almost
well, he was the best. He was the best one to be selected.
It saves him from getting murdered. And for him, I don't know about them. If they should have murdered him and maybe brought in somebody that was getting speculation on being a traitor to get them out. And it's almost play at that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It works out because nobody thought Ari was a traitor. So it's you just handed him the end of this. You handed him a walkthrough to the end of the game to get some money when he wouldn't have got it if he got to the end as a faithful. So I was why Ari? It's I know there was no speculation around him, but, as a faithful, I would have never turned that down. That's a no-brainer, right? You take that immediately.
Yeah.
I almost think they added another faithful they added another faithful to the traitor too, because every week they were getting it wrong, and like,
Yeah.
we just got to increase the odds that they're going to pick
Yeah,
a traitor.
yeah. That's a good
So we
point.
need-
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
That's a good
honestly, that's how I
point.
thought
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
I always look at it from a production standpoint. Like, I do believe with all of these shows, they're constantly adapting based on how the show is going.
Right.
And if it's like every week they're getting it wrong, it's like, okay, well, there's only 2 traitors left, 7 people. They're not even close to Suri and Christian yet. Picking them.
Christian, yeah.
Let's just add another person and hope that they, get
Something
lucky and
happens.
select one of them. Yeah, because
Yeah.
now Ari is going to not vote for Suri or Christian either. So I thought that's kind of why they did it. And
I thought it was like loading the
segment,
deck.
them walking in there with the hoods and not knowing if it was Alan or him, I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, I didn't know if he was going to
Yeah.
take it. I was like, he might be the guy that doesn't take it because he wants to be perceived as this good guy because
Yeah.
he doesn't need the money. So I was like, if one
Yeah.
person's not going to take it because they're more concerned about image over income, it would be Ari, because from what I understand, he's very financially well off, so he don't need the money.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what he said.
It's
on
so
the show.
fun to
I have
play
no
the
idea.
game, though. Like, it's so fun to play the game, though. Like, you get to play as a faithful and a traitor. He's the only one that had that,
Yeah.
you know?
He had fun. He got to
I'd
enjoy
say
it.
yes.
You have to.
He had the full experience.
Because he said it. He mentioned it. It's like, if you don't say yes, then they could just murder you the next day. And that doesn't
Yeah.
give any
Oh, you have
inkling.
to take it. Once you get the offer, it's like, take it or die.
Unless you're Christian.
Unless you're Christian.
Christian,
Oh,
'cause-
yes.
Yeah.
Let's get into that because Ari accepted, obviously. Genius,
Yeah.
Christian. Christian, no hate, by the way. This is all fun. As you know, we don't give a shit. We really don't care. But
It's no hate, Christian.
yeah,
We're going to talk our
brilliant.
shit, okay?
Let's talk about the sheer brilliance
This was so
of
stupid.
this Dan Giesling style movie
Yeah.
when we're here. I don't know
Yeah.
what he was thinking. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm about to make reality TV history.
I'm going
with this-
to be one of the
and
best
slept on it the
strategic
night
players.
before.
Yes.
Slept
He had
on it the
time to
night
think about
before.
this and still
Couldn't
decided to
sleep.
do it.
Yeah, got up this morning and was like, I have something to tell you guys.
I didn't know what the. Sari was like, what? Why are you doing this?
Ari's face is priceless. Ari is like,
Is this what I just get myself into?
Yeah.
for real.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. And honestly, though, the craziest thing about it, it happens in this episode, it doesn't even blow up in his face like immediately.
No, it doesn't. But I also think that's partially because of who gets banished and this
Yeah.
person always kind of finding a way to kind of bring it back to them. You know, even if they're not doing anything wrong, but just they're such a prominent figure. We'll get into it. But yeah, Christian got lucky because it could have blown up. And to be fair, Rachel was saying, I think at the breakfast table, like, what if we did accept it? Like, what if he's just telling us that to throw us off? Like, hey,
You know my favorite thing was they were like, "Where's the note? Where's the letter?
Yes.
Where's the letter?"
letter?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like,
Let me tell you, Kate doesn't miss a beat.
yeah. Where's the letter?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's so funny because I don't know that they could take the letter. Like, I don't know how I don't know what producers, like, they don't, probably, I'm assuming, like, how you can't really take things. They're probably like, no, you can't take it.
Yeah.
But
I'm still
the
with
fact,
Kate.
the fact,
I need
the
some
fact
proof.
that he knew that
I just
element, I'd
need
be
to-
like, I'm voting him out just
Yeah.
because he threw something out there.
Yes.
Now you just you're gone. You're
Yeah.
gone.
It was-
We're gonna
it was
find
a
out
lot.
one way or another. You know how we find out if you're telling the truth, Christian? We send you home.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought that night it should have been him easily.
Agreed.
But again, it
And
just
then why
shows-
would you say that in a room with the traitor? So obviously somebody in here is a traitor who recruited you, and you're going to just tell the people in the room, including the people who recruited you, like, no, I'm going to tell that y'all tried to recruit me and I turned you down. I'd kill him that night.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he
yeah,
should have
gone.
ended
you
up
already
dead.
knew
He's gone.
with Sari. That was enough for her. She was like, okay, done. You're getting cut too. Like, she was
Yeah.
just waiting.
Because that was just messy.
Well, not only that,
it's
you gotta
messy and
remember-
it was unnecessary.
Totally.
Hey, think about it though. Christian put that train on the tracks. He has nobody to blame but himself because, as
Yeah.
we said last episode, Christian was the one that broached that idea that, hey, we can go after someone within our group, and that's all Sari needed to hear because now her conscience is clear. You did it to Cody. It can be done to you. Like that's when it's all fair game at that point.
And it's
Fair game.
It's so, the reason why I didn't like it was because it already accepted it, so it would have been unbeknown to the house. There was no reason to bring that to the house's attention that this type of twist happened.
Yep.
Because also what it does is it be like, okay, we got a traitor So wait, they can recruit. So that means that we didn't even hurt their numbers.
That's right.
Like we didn't hurt their
Or
numbers.
you're just lying and you're trying to mess with our heads and nothing like this ever even happened. So what game are you playing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, it was. I didn't.
That was an interesting
But
breakfast.
you've almost felt. I gotta be 100% honest with you. I knew there was going to be a point. I said it right when I left. I was like, Saria's killing it. Christian's going to put his foot in his mouth. I literally said it to the producers the second I got out. I was like, Christian's going to put his foot in his mouth. I know it's going to come, and Saria's going to kill it and probably get to the end of the game. Like that's.
Yeah, he was doing too much.
Observing it, I was like, that's what I could see happening. And then it was like not even a few days later. I was like, dude, this kid.
Yeah, you know.
Well, who knows how long it was? It was like 7 weeks later.
Yeah, we're gonna find out what happens. So let's get to the game,
Tiff.
because for me personally, we don't cover a lot of the games, and there's really not anything strategic to talk about here.
No.
But this, to me, was my
wild.
favorite competition of the season, and I wish with every fiber in my body that I could have seen you in this, Cody.
Oh,
Because
bro.
I know you did Fear Factor and you had it, but we talked about this on the phone, dude. The amount of cockroaches going down their shirts and their hoods.
No. What about the maggots or
Oh,
whatever?
the maggots.
Like getting in their hair. And then it's like, bro, but how about the rats just sitting there open? I would have been like, I'm done. I would have been like, I'm out.
I'm Andy. I tell you, my hat is off to Kate and Rachel.
Rachel is a beast.
Rachel
Rachel
stuck her head.
She didn't even
When you
bat
gotta
an
stick
eye.
your hand in something. Not at all. Rachel stuck her hand.
I gain a lot of respect
and
for
was
on that one
like-
because she didn't even seem like a bug was dropping on her. She was like
Unfazed.
totally focused on the mission.
Yeah. But that's
I
Rachel.
actually had to
Like,
tweet about
unfazed.
her. I was like, what is Rachel made of? Because there's a part of her that's just not human. Because I mean, we all can zone out. She like is not even she paid that shit no attention.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was
She was like,
I will
I'm here
say-
for a reason.
I will say one thing, not to knock, but as a Big Brother player, I always look at it like, what's in it for you? And the way Rachel's talking to Andy in that moment, Andy, I got you. You just sit right there. I feel like she's saying, let me translate. Remember this tonight. Don't banish me, because she knew she was on. That's what I felt. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
1,000%.
she was like, Andy, I got you.
1,000%.
Remember, you just sit there, girl. I'm gonna take care of this. Don't vote for me tonight. That's
How
what
can
I
you
felt.
How can you vote for me when I didn't even make you touch one bug?
Yeah, I think that there was a little bit of but that's how you, by the way, hats off. That's what you should be doing. But I do think Rachel played a great game. That was a great segment for her. And she really did just put her mental focus into place and did what she had to do. But there was absolutely, I don't think she really cared about Andy. I think she was more so like, I need Andy because she could be a swing vote. Because at this point, we didn't really talk about it, but Rachel's name is being thrown out there, and it appears that people are going to target Rachel later that evening. So she's trying to change the narrative, hoping that with a win and stepping up for the team may sway some people to not vote for her at the round table.
And now this competition also has a shield at play, right? People can go to the armory in this one again. So they start throwing this armory pass like crazy, which I love it. I love the armory pass. I think it's the only way to level the playing field. You know, it's like, it's the only way that you could really catch one of the traitors or maybe like get an inkling to something early on and still keep your numbers.
Yeah.
But
and who wins the shield, Cody?
I know. The king of the shields. The king of the shields, Ari. It's
I'm trying to
unbelievable.
think, did anybody else ever win the shield?
No.
Ari.
No, he won every one.
It's insane.
No. Yes.
It's absolutely insane.
every
How much this
one.
guy, it's just like he just walks in, opens it. Oh,
And you think about it, it's not like it's like a coin flip. It's a 1 out of 3 chance. So you got 33% chance. That's some good ass luck. 33% chance, and
Every
you won.
time. 100% of the time.
Yeah, on the show. That's crazy. That's
wild.
Yeah, that's.
And it
bravo
now
to him.
adds a better, it's more of a benefit now because the shield goes into the traitor turret. So
That's
it's
true.
even better now that they have the shield.
Yeah, so now
that
they know
Ari
they
has
got
it.
they got everybody's.
They have
anybody's
everybody's on the
available to
table.
go home.
Everybody's on
So-
the table for a murder.
What did you guys think about the round table? Because now, like you said, Ari has a shield, so Sari and Christian, they know that. So, actually, we're not talking about the murder yet. We're talking about the round table.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you guys thinking going into it? Are you obviously they're narrating in a certain way where it looks like Rachel's in a lot of trouble. It also looks like, who else was it? Kate? They were thinking about Kate again.
I mean, Kate's name never stopped
Always
because Stephanie was
Kate.
obsessed with Kate, and so was
Yeah.
Rachel. Like they just never wanted to go away from it, even though it blows my mind. Like everything pointed away from Kate being a traitor. Like Kate wasn't this strategic person that wanted to play this up to try to deter it. It was like so obvious that it's just like, guys, Kate's at the end of her, like nobody's listening to her and she's done. Not, oh, that's traitor behavior.
Yeah.
And even in the house, it seemed like that. I was like, God, this is so, I would never think she was a traitor.
I actually felt bad for Rachel on this episode. Like, she's like, Sari.
Because again, Rachel was the one saying it's a game, but it was, and like, oh, and again, it was like another thing where nobody was in tune to the flip flopping. Sari literally was like going with the group that people that she trusted, which was Rachel. And then the next roundtable was voting Rachel out, or 2 roundtables later. It was like, guys, are you picking this up? Nobody's picking up breadcrumb. Because it's, in order to find the traitors, it's subtle things like that. There's not going to be anything catastrophic other than somebody losing their mind like I was. Like being pale, like just going crazy. Like most traitors are, crying, just going off. Like the traitors were going to do subtle things that maybe were they... And it wasn't going to be when they talked to your face. It had to be at these round tables. You had to pick up on things. And they were just missing it. But Rachel was like pleading with people. And it was definitely hard to watch. It was like... Yeah,
she was going...
Because again, she's not a traitor. So you're watching her plead.
Yeah.
So she's like, you know me. You know I'm not a traitor. And so he's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I'm still...
Yeah,
I definitely know that you're not.
Yeah, I know you're all right, and I know you'll be going home tonight too.
Yep. Yeah, so they do. They end up voting Rachel out, and she is not a traitor. And this is another loss for production because now they lost you, they lost Rachel.
But they still have Kate. They got Kate, man. Like
they got Kate in there, but is she? Rachel is great for reality TV because she just is that personality where there is no filter. Mm-hmm. She is who she is. She is. I've met her multiple times. Cody, you have as well. Mm-hmm. Tiffany, have you met Rachel? She is essentially a slightly exaggerated version of herself, who she is in person, but that's really who she is. Yeah. Whether you watch her on Amazing Race, Big Brother, she's always the same character.
Yeah.
And so she's great TV in that sense, and that's why. And she loves playing these games. She really loves playing these games.
Oh my gosh,
she lives for it. So she's always great to have on. So she's gone. The faithfuls swing and miss again. Again, even though the numbers are starting to stack in their favor, but they miss again. And so that leaves us at episode 8, and we only have 2 episodes to go. And I will tell you this, you might think just like with Big Brother, the show starts to get a little boring and dwindles down. Not really. And the finale is absolute fireworks. Any
Epic.
final words from you guys? Is anything that we missed?
I would say there was something here in this episode that was big, and it was that Stephanie had mentioned Sari being mad that she was, or saying that she was mad she wasn't a traitor, and she
starts to put her on rated. Was it this episode or last episode? Because I thought
it was this episode.
It was,
or was it last episode?
It was. I don't know. I brought it up. I did mention that, that the talk was not about Sari being a traitor more so than them just letting her know.
I think it was 7 because I think
you.
Shelby's the one that brought it up.
Yes,
it was 7.
Shelby brought that up.
And either way, that's the only reason I remember is because that was the one segment in the entire season where people said anything negative about Sari. There's no doubt at this point, Sari, and I think other people have said it, including Shelby, she looked at Sari as a mother. Mm-hmm. And I think Sari played up that role. It's kind of what I did on Big Brother, where it's you play that older brother or father role for some of the younger castmates because you are that older person. So you don't want to try to be the young person. Just own whatever role you're meant for, which is to be that nurturing person, to be there for, to be a shoulder for people to cry on.
Speak for yourself.
What do you mean? You're younger than me, right, Tiffany?
If you
moving on, and so the episode.
All right, guys. So that's the end of it. No, either way,
that is the end of the podcast. We are done. We're closing up shop.
Tiffany has removed herself from the winner circle. All right. So anything from you, Tiffany? Any final words from you other than how great your skincare is?
Oh, thank you. If you want this merch, check out the link on the website and the link in the YouTube video. I'm down to be on Traitors. I don't know if I want to be a faithful or a traitor, but you know, I'd like to play the game.
Got to be a traitor because you get basically you're double protected. With the faithful, you only get you're basically up for elimination twice in a day. Yeah. Where if you're a traitor,
I'm scared I'm gonna be like Cody. I'll be crying because
You would not. You would be so cutthroat. Hell no.
Oh, good. Yeah, I love that for me.
Yeah, you would absolutely be slashing people up, and you wouldn't even shed
I
a
love
tear.
that for me.
I love that for you too.
Yeah, no, you definitely would. So, all right. So that's going to wrap up episode 8. And shout out to Tiffany because she's catching a plane in like literally like a half hour, 40 minutes. And we were like, you don't have to do today. And she's like, nope, I want to be there. I have notes.
I love being here.
So, no, it's great. So she's going to go on her flight. We're going to talk about it. We might combine the last 2 episodes into one. We're trying to get a guest on here for you we'll leave it as a surprise just in case we can't. But definitely going to be a good last 2 episodes because a lot goes down, some crazy shit at the end. So we're looking forward to it. And as always, we appreciate you guys being here, joining us on the Winner Circle. Yes, and we will see you next week.